Hello and welcome. My name is Chinedu Obi. In this presentation, I will explain in details how a foreign investor can register a company in Nigeria, invest via Foreign Portfolio Investment (FPI), and manage operations remotely without the need to relocate. Nigeria offers a robust legal framework, investor protection mechanisms, and strategic gateway into Africa. This resource covers every aspect of the process, from incorporation and regulatory requirements to structuring management arrangements that ensure local directors are contractually bound to generate profit and repatriate funds so that you can confidently operate your investment from anywhere in the world. So let's head over to the slides for a more engaging interaction. By way of overview, Nigeria is Africa's largest economy by population and presents enormous growth potential. The nation offers liberal investment policies and robust investor protection measures that make it a strategic gateway to the African market. The objective of this presentation is basically to give you details, the step-by-step process for incorporating a company in Nigeria under current laws, and also for you to have a list of all regulatory documents and legal instruments required for compliance, and also for you to know how to structure management and director responsibilities so that local directors are contractually bound to ensure profitability and repatriate funds. You should also know the requirements regarding a Nigerian registered office address versus the personal address of the foreign investor. Okay, let's now look at the key legislations that governs foreign portfolio investment in Nigeria. The very first on the list is the Companies and Allied Matters Act (CAMA) 2020, seconded by the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission Act, and also very importantly the Foreign Exchange Monitoring and Miscellaneous Provisions Act. Okay, there are other protection mechanisms available for investors. You have to know that the Nigerian Constitution guarantees fair and equitable treatment for both Nigerians and foreigners. The Nigerian corporate structure also guarantees protection from arbitrary expropriation, and it requires prompt and fair compensation if the government does expropriate. The Nigerian corporate law also ensures unconditional transferability of capital and profit repatriation rights via authorized dealers and commercial banks. Okay, let's now look at the process that requires in order for you to incorporate a company with the Corporate Affairs Commission. The very first thing that you have to do is name reservation. You have to conduct a name availability search with the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC). You will have to reserve at least one name from two alternate names for flexibility purpose. Once you have done that, the next is document preparation. You have to prepare the memorandum and articles of association outlining the company's objectives and rules, basically the business with which you are coming to Nigeria to do. Then you provide full details of all shareholders, directors, and if you are appointing a company secretary, you have to also provide the details of the company secretary. Then include the proof of identity and addresses. You have to note that foreign directors must list their overseas address for personal identification. If you use a Nigerian address, it will be queried because you don't have a resident permit yet. Then, very importantly, for all foreign companies, the shareholding is 100 million. Then, for the filing and approval, once you have submitted all documents along with the required filing fee and stamp duty, which is calculated at 0.75% of the share capital to the Corporate Affairs Commission. Then, upon approval, you will receive the certificate of incorporation, the status report, and also the memorandum and articles of association, which confirms your company's legal existence. Then, after incorporation, further steps are required. The first is you have to obtain a tax identification number from the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) and then migrate it to the tax promas platform to meet all tax obligations. Thereafter, you register with the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission for investor protection and access to tax incentives. Then, after incorporation, there are further steps that are required. Depending on your business area, you will require to obtain additional license. For instance, if you are into food and drugs, you will be required to get a NAFDAC license. And also, if you are into financial institution, if you are a financial institution, you have to get an approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Then, if you are employing foreign staff, you have to secure a business permit from the Federal Ministry of Interior and obtain an expatriate quota approval, prior to applying for a work or resident permit. Then, for banking, capital importation, and repatriation, first and foremost, you have to make sure that you open a current bank account. Then, once you have opened a bank, then you endeavor to open a domiciliary corporate bank account in Nigeria. This account holds your paid up share capital and facilitates operational transactions via internet banking. And also, once foreign capital is deposited, an authorized dealer, typically a commercial bank, issues a certificate of capital importation within 24 hours, confirming that funds have been imported as required by the Foreign Exchange Act. The certificate of capital importation is essential for ensuring that your capital and profits can be repatriated 100% in any convertible currency. Alternatively, a technology transfer agreement may be used if it means no tap registration requirements. Compliance with Central Bank of Nigeria guidelines ensures smooth repatriation so that you won't have any problem when you are repatriating your profits. Then let's now move over to structuring management and director responsibilities. Local directors are responsible for daily operations, ensuring regulatory compliance and driving profitability. Then after that, you establish a comprehensive shareholders agreement that specifies profit sharing, performance metrics, and repatriation obligations. Then you implement a management or agency agreement that obligates directors to maintain an investment account under the oversight of you, the foreign investor. And also, very importantly, you have to secure a power of attorney that guarantees you, the investor, direct control over the corporate bank account via internet banking so that you can be able to be in charge of your money in the bank. Another step you have to take is to adopt a formal board resolution to direct the directors in order for them to know their responsibilities and also tie their remuneration to performance benchmarks. Then let's now look at the requirements with regards to local and foreign address. The company must have a physical and verifiable address in Nigeria to serve as its registered office address for all legal correspondence and service of process. Very important. Then foreign directors and shareholders must list their home country addresses, not the Nigerian address. This separation allows compliance with Nigerian law while preserving the foreign investor's residence status. If you use a Nigerian address when you have not gotten a SEPAC, a resident permit, the Corporate Affairs Commission will query your application. And if a physical address is not feasible, nominee services or virtual office providers can be utilized to meet the Nigerian address requirements, so that wouldn't be an issue for you. Then let's now look at the summary of all required documents that you need in order to succeed in foreign portfolio investment in Nigeria. The very first is your incorporation documents, which include your certificate of incorporation, memorandum and articles of association, your CAC status report. Then for tax and incentive registration, you need to get your tax identification number from the Federal Inland Revenue Service and ensure you migrate to the Tax Promas platform. Then also you have to, for investment registration, you have to register with the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, for your business registration certification. Then for banking and capital importation, you have to ensure you open a corporate bank account because you are in business to make profit and you need a bank account in order to keep your profit. And very importantly, a certificate of capital importation to show that you have imported your capital through an authorized dealer. And also very importantly, for governance and management documentation, you have to have in place a shareholders agreement detailing profit sharing and repatriation clauses so that there won't be any issue at all. Then with regards to bank resolution and power of attorney, so that you have an oversight over your account. You'll be in charge of the money in your bank, just like I've mentioned earlier. Then if you are into some specific industry, there are specific licenses that you are expected to acquire, e.g. for food and drugs, you have to get your NAFDAC registration. For telecommunication, your NCC registration is very crucial. Then for if you are employing foreign employees, very importantly, you have to get a business permit and also an expatriate quota so that you can be able to facilitate their movement into Nigeria. Then for best practice and final consideration, is very important that you engage expert legal counsel specialized in Nigerian corporate and commercial law to guide you through the regulatory process. You have to maintain ongoing compliance by filing annual returns, updating shareholders' information, and adhering to all regulatory requirements. Very importantly, also, you have to utilize virtual management tools such as internet banking and cloud-based accounting systems to monitor operations remotely so that you can have adequate knowledge of what's going on in your business. You have to also stay informed about any regulatory challenges and also including updates to maintain the minimum share capital requirement or modification to investment incentives to ensure continued compliance. In conclusion, Nigeria offers a comprehensive, secure, and accessible framework for foreign investment. By carefully following the steps outlined, from incorporating your company, securing all necessary registrations and permits, setting up robust banking structure, and structuring management agreements with clear obligation, you can register, operate, and repatriate profits from your Nigerian company entirely remotely. This presentation provides all the details you need to navigate Nigeria's legal environment confidently. Thank you for your attention. For any further inquiries or professional legal advice, please consult a qualified Nigerian corporate lawyer. That's it. We have covered essential steps for incorporating a company in Nigeria as a foreigner. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable content like this. If you have any question or you need assistance with your company incorporation, tax, compliance, or any other regulatory requirements, don't hesitate to reach out to ICA. Our team of experts is here to guide you in every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.